Hello there. My name is Javier, as you've already heard. And I've always been a little bit of a curious boy. Everything has called my attention. Everything has amused me. One of these things are riddles. Riddles consist of a sentence which somehow relates to a word, and you have to guess what word is it and in what way it relates. Normally the riddles were pretty easy, but some of them were actually pretty hard. One of the hard ones went as follows. What always comes, but never arrives. This one was a really tricky one, because you would think of things like death, which always come, but then again, it never arrives, so it was kind of weird. The answer was the future. And this got me thinking, yeah, the future always comes, but we don't really know in what way, in what form it will take. How will it benefit us or affect us? I was asked to talk about here shifting something that I don't have any knowledge of. For me, this could only be the future, because to my belief, everything will be found out eventually. So, how do I plan to changing something that I don't have any knowledge of? Well, I won't say I will directly change it, but I will say that somehow I will try to shift it a little bit so that it can benefit us, the human race. How am I trying to do this? Well, I'm taking approach at the children's minds, their imagination, their potential, and their will to make the world a better place. So, their potential. Well, kids nowadays have a lot of this. And it kind of works as if a person would have a box of chocolates in the fridge, chilling out there. So, normally people have a lot of potential, but they're afraid to use it up because they don't want it to run out. Same happens with this box of chocolates. They will have it on the fridge, and sometimes they want something sugarish, but they don't want to eat them because they don't want the chocolates to finish. So this brings me the point, why don't you eat the chocolates? Well, because I'm saving them for a special occasion, or maybe this special girl comes to my house sometime, and having the chocolates would be useful. But really, if you don't, the opportunity never comes, then you will never be able to use the chocolates. So I want children to make sure that the potential is there, and they can use it no matter what. Their imagination, also a thing that children nowadays don't lack any of. The thing with children's imagination is that it's limitless. No matter what you say, they will imagine it somehow, some way. But some adults think that children's imagination is also clumsy. It's also clownish. Because, well, they normally see a picture of a serious person, like just standing there, and they'll probably imagine it with a silly hat or a pink mustache. And, well, adults say this kind of funny, in a way. But children have this, and it's their gift, so we should use it. Finally, we have will to make the world a better place. Today, the world is rough, where it's polluted, it's washed out, and it's finishing. So, kids nowadays are teached into making the world a better place. If you see a piece of paper just lying there, you just pick it up and put it in the trash. If you're drawing, you use both sides of the paper. But some children want to go even more from that. Each year, Google holds this contest, which is Doodle for Google. A doodle in this case is just a sign that somehow relates to the Google logo. In this contest, in 2014, this contest theme was Make the World a Better Place. The winner was a 12-year-old girl who made a design in which there was a machine which turned polluted water into clean water. Now, some adults may think, well, it's not as easy as just saying it. It brings some logic behind it. It has some mechanisms behind it. And it's actually pretty hard to do, if not impossible. But that's the thing with adults. Most of them, or some of them, have these barriers on their minds that school or work or university have put it in there. It's pretty much a barrier with a huge no on it. no, don't think about this. No, don't have that thought. That's a bad thought. Why? Because it's not logical. It doesn't have any science behind it. It doesn't have any physics behind it. And that's the thing with children. They don't have these barriers. Their mind is limitless. They don't think if it's possible or it's not possible for you. They just pretty much think about it and do it, just like that. So, the unknown. What am I referring to here? Well, the future holds a lot of things for us. We can't really tell how many. We can't really tell if it'll go well or if it'll go wrong. But for how things are going right now, they'll probably go wrong. And that's why I'm doing this. Now, I'm not giving you a direct solution. You know, we have a lot of water problems. Why don't we do this? No, I'm giving you the process to make that solution. You have children. You have their minds. One day, go to their classroom, say, you know, I have this little question for you. How would you solve this problem? Just look at the ideas they have, and you'll see, well, I chose them over everything else. So, for me, children have a lot of their minds. Most adults, well, some adults, keep their imagination, and they go on with it. Most artists have this. Most artists keep this while they create art. But what I'm talking about here is they still have limits. They still went through school, and they might not have went through all the school, but they still have them. Again, children don't have that. So better for now that the future, well, the present is okay. Why not take what we have today to make a better tomorrow? Thank you.